Vlogmas day 15, you guys. The time is currently like 10:30 and I have been horking, okay? I woke up at 6:20, which was actually before my alarm. Normally my alarm goes off at 7, but I woke up and I was just like, I'm up. So I woke up, I had a shower and all of that, and I meditated, I stretched a little bit, I made a drink, which I actually do have to heat up. This is the Candy Cane Crush from yesterday because I didn't get a chance to drink it. So I made it today, added a little bit of creamer and a little bit of extra peppermint syrup, and it's really good. Today's tea is organic 9 berries, which I know I'm already not gonna like, so I'm not even gonna try it. I woke up really early and I've been working. The vlog that went out yesterday, super long, but really informative and really good, and I really enjoyed it. It just was lots and lots of footage. So it took me a really long time to edit and export and do all these things and upload for YouTube. So I've literally been editing since like 8 a.m. until now, which normally doesn't really take me that long. I normally sit down at my desk at like 9 and edit for an hour and a half versus like 2.5 hours. So it is what it is. Today it's freezing. The low is -24. I'm really not having a good time with that. I have a couple things that I do need to shoot. One is like a skincare one and one is for YouTube. So gotta do that. Probably will shoot my skincare one first, put some makeup on and like get ready, edit both of them afterwards. I also have to reshoot something, which I probably will do right now. After that, I'm going to go buy a printer. And if you follow me on Instagram, the printer dilemma has been a dilemma for a while, okay? Because I literally tweeted the zillennial urge to never need a printer, but the business owner urge to need a printer all the time. And so it's the end of the year, and that means, you know, tax stuff, and I have to send things to my accountant, I have to write things off, and I have to gather all my receipts. I'm really the person that like I need it physically. So I really need to print off all of my bank statements, my credit card statements, and stuff like that, and highlight and find the receipts for everything, because I can't just like look at my app and be like, ah, yes, this. It just doesn't work for me. So I have to go buy a printer, buy some printer paper, literally print off my entire financial statements for the year, go through them all, find the receipts, and then start that process. I have a lot of receipts that I've saved from Calgary that I still haven't scanned yet. I have trips and stuff like in my Expedia and my WestJets that I have never written off. So many things. So shout out to my accountant because she's gonna have a lot of stuff to do. That being said, that is like my big thing for the day today. I have some other stuff to kind of do and to post on social, but I'm kind of like getting into admin hour. My mom's Christmas gift came in yesterday as well. I guess one part of it, they fucked up sending it, and I got an email and they're like, oh, by the way, like we forgot to put something in your order and now it doesn't come till after Christmas. So like that kind of sucks, but oh well, at least one part is here. I still have to buy a present for my grandma and my sister. And I know what I'm getting my grandma. I don't really know what I'm gonna get my sister yet, but I gotta go shopping still. And I also have to get something for my best friend still and one of my other best friends, Cassie. I thought I would update you guys with the plans. I am going to heat up the rest of my drink and drink it, and then do some work, and then do some more work, and hopefully we can reconvene later. I know that I literally just said I had work to do, but I feel like editing Vlogmas like that for that long just like sucked the life out of me, and I need to do something fun to then motivate me to continue on the rest of my day. And that something fun is going shopping and buying this printer. I'm on the way to Staples right now. I did consider going to Best Buy. I'm sure they sell printers, but I just don't know if they sell printer paper. So I'm on the way to Staples because they for sure sell printer paper. Excited for that. On the way to go get this printer. I don't even know what kind of printer I'm gonna get. I ideally actually think I might get a wireless printer because then I can plug it in to somewhere else that's not like right on top of my desk. I'm kind of planning on building my second bookshelf, and then there's a place in the back that I'll have to trace out an outlet for and like cut it out so that the outlet I can access while the bookshelf is still in front of it. And I'm thinking maybe I'll put it there, like the printer there, so that it can have its own space, and then it connects wirelessly so I don't have to have it like plugged into my computer, because I just don't need another thing on my desk. So I think I might get a wireless printer. It's probably gonna be more expensive than I want it to be, but it will be worth it to not have it on my desk. So I guess we'll see what the printer variety is when we get there. We got the printer printer, ladies and gentlemen! I ended up picking up literally the first wireless printer I saw. I actually think I've owned this printer before. I think this is the printer that I have at my parents' house. It is the wireless print, copy, scan, cloud link Pixma MG3620 in white. Probably does what it's supposed to do. The guy at the store asked me to, he was like, do you plan on using it wirelessly? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, okay, so then I won't give you like a USB cord. And I was like, you have to buy a separate USB cord for a printer that you're already buying? I don't know, dumb. I ended up spending more money than I thought I wanted to. I actually spent 150 bucks in total. I actually also got these guys, which are these letter-sized hanging file folders, because I have the Alex drawer, which has the bottom file folder part. Like I have one file folder one and one regular Alex drawer, and then I also got myself some printer paper. But I'm telling myself that I need to just be more organized with my write-offs and my taxes and stuff like that. That's something that I am trying to be better. You guys know too, I even bought that like wallet where I can make sure I put all my receipts in it and then do it at the end of the week. So I've been trying to be better, and that also means like being more up to date with my finances. So kind of my plan is label all of these hanging folders and make them each like a month, and then next year my plan is to kind of like, okay, go over my receipts every week, like my physical like copy receipts every week, and then make sure I'm scanning them into my accounting software so like my accountant can do all the things that she needs to do with that. And then at the end of each month, I want to print my credit card statements and my bank statements, look through all of that and find like the digital receipts, because you know, things that I pay for like my email service or extra iCloud storage or stuff like that, like online tools obviously don't have physical receipts, they email them to you. So I have to go in and like go through that and find those. And then I don't have to print them and scan them. I can just email them to the accounting software email that's like attached to my account. It's just a matter of like finding them. And I want to do that more on a monthly basis versus like being the end of the year and almost like tax time and me being stressed like I am currently. That's kind of the plan. I am first going to do the rest of my work because I need to do that first before I can do the rest of my fun things, which is setting up this printer and like starting to go through my finances. But thought I would update y'all. The printer is secured. I hope that it fit. I feel like it will fit. I think I just have to make a drawer, like a shelf, I guess, like custom height for it so it fits in there with like the paper loaded in and all of that, which I think it loads in the bottom anyways. Like I don't think it's like a top printer. I think that'll be fine. I still have to build the second shelf too, which I probably will do later, but for now the printer is acquired. It will probably be a later in the day thing, but it's one thing that has brought me joy today. Look at all these financial documents. Do you see this? Do you see the thickness of these? This is ridiculous. And I have to go through all of them. I printed my credit card statements, regular bank statements, and now I have to go through and identify what are things that are write-offs. Then I have to ask myself, for the things specifically on my bank account, do I have the receipt? Because I don't know if you know this, if you're familiar with like how taxes work or anything like that, or write-offs or anything, I can't just like slide my bank statement over to the CRA and be like, it's a write-off, baby. I need like the actual receipt. And if you don't keep the receipt, then you can't write it off. And so I actually opened my file folder drawer and I didn't think there was anything in it, but there's a ton of receipts in it. And so I don't know if they're all from this year or the year prior, but I put them all just in like their own basket because I will go through those as well. In the meantime, I have to go through all of this stuff and try to think back to January and what actually is a write-off and what is not. Do you see how this becomes a problem? Because I didn't do this month over month and now I have to do it all at once. So I will definitely be more on top of it in the future. Also too, actually, I bought sandwich bags for the first time, I think since moving out. And you might be like, what does this have to do with anything? But I bought them specifically because I had to pipe some ricotta and some cherry jam for Friendsmas for one of the dishes, but then I had all of these extra sandwich bags which I don't really use for anything, and I was like, you know what, I am going to put 2 sandwich bags in every single file folder for receipt catching, because I already use you know, like that little pocket for receipts that I got on my keys. But after they all get emptied out, I'm gonna put them all into those little sandwich bags. And I think 2 will be enough. I'm honestly not really sure. I'm gonna throw them all in there so that if I do look back at like my financial statement at the end of the month and I see something I can write off, I can like go through those receipts and see if I have a receipt for it and then scan it all into my accounting app. The time is currently 3 p.m. I'm just gonna sit here, watch some Vlogmas. I think I'm gonna turn up the heat because it's just a little chilly in here. Just all my financial statements for days. I gotta go through 11 months of 2 accounts. Probably 3 because I haven't done my other credit card, but should be fun and fresh and exciting. It is the absolute insane way that I have spent basically an hour and a half just highlighting documents. And you know what's also like the worst part is that highlighting is the first step. Like, it's not even like I'm like, okay, cool, and I can hand it off to somebody that they can do it for me. No, I have to now go through all of the months and line them up with things that I'm looking for. So there are like some similarities, obviously, like Adobe or any of the other things that I use that I can just like pop into Adobe and download all of the receipts and other stuff like that. Like I use LastPass and DocHub and like other business things. Also true of like Expedia and stuff like that. Something that's going to be like such a pain in the ass is Uber. There's so many Ubers that I took when I was in LA and in Toronto and in Vancouver and in Calgary, all on like business trips, and I'm gonna have to look through and see if I can download those specific Uber trip receipts. All of the other like receipts that I have to find that I hopefully still have are like restaurant receipts and, you know, stuff kind of like that. I also have to check if there's certain things that I can and can't write off. Specifically, I was looking into like luggage because I bought new luggage this year, specifically to go on a trip to LA, which was a work trip. So I'm gonna have to ask my accountant if I can write that off, and other just like stuff that I kind of looked into. Like I have a business loan and I have to see if I can write that off or if I can't. Some of this stuff already has like documents that I will be getting. For example, I contribute to my RRSP, so I'll get like a T4A from that, and I don't have to find like the receipts on my contributions for that. They just send it to me. So that's great. Lots of like next steps to do after just like highlighting everything and also realizing how much money I've spent. Like it was, I know I don't ever normally go through my financial statements, this is proving to me that I need to. The amount of money that I just spent on random things was actually very astounding. So now I can't wait until I actually have more of an organized system, because I can't even imagine how much easier my life would have been if I did this like month by month versus like once a year. Also too, my legs are doing this like dry, scaly thing, even though they're not dry. I think it's just like the way the fake tan set in. So I'm unsure if I want to like exfoliate, because I don't think that's the move, but perhaps I'll put on like a layer of like gradual tan. I have the Bondi Sands gradual tan, so maybe I'll do that, and that will like make it less splotchy, because it's not like it's like dry and flaking off. It just looks like it dried kind of that way. Anyway, I also have to eat something. I'm unsure what I'm going to do. I know we were literally just talking about not doing takeout and stuff like that, but I really just like don't have the energy. Although my friend Taylor, she did leave a charcuterie board at my house, so actually, you know what? I'm gonna eat that. And also catch up on Vlogmas, which is what I said I was going to do, but then I realized that I can't focus on numbers and Vlogmas at the same time, so I did not watch anything. So I'm gonna sit down, eat this food, watch some Vlogmas, and hang out. Now, why did nobody tell me Selling Tampa was so good? Also, I guess nobody could tell me because that just came out today. I thought it came out on the 10th. I opened my Netflix and I was like, Selling Tampa? And I just watched 5 episodes. I think there's only 10. There might be 8, but I think there's 10 episodes of it. It's already so good. So good. I love it. We love a all-black cast of black women in luxury getting their motherfucking money, okay? I love it. I literally was on Pinterest like, black women in luxury, and like pinning things to my Pinterest board. I need a Chanel brooch now. I need to understand really how real estate works. I need to, you know, I need to do all these things. So shout out Selling Tampa, because great. Okay, so I also was on the phone with my aunt, who is an insurance broker, who has been an insurance broker for literally my entire life, and we were just like kikiing and chatting and catching up, and I was talking to her about cars. She obviously deals with like massive car companies, and I was telling her about my Bronco situation and getting a new vehicle and all of this, and she was like, okay, well, let me talk to some people. So I've realized lately that apparently like everybody that I know has a car connect, apparently. So we'll get a new car for 2022 is the vibe. I also did some, I don't really know how to like put it. It's like a new thing for me, I guess. Like I have a bunch of like witchy spiritual things. I've been kind of tapping more into that side of me. This is kind of like the same time last year where I was really kind of getting into like witchy things. So I did a bunch of new sigils that are in this like area of my apartment. Like my sideboard area is where I keep normally like my tarot cards and like my candles and all of that kind of stuff. So I put them on the wall, which just mean different things, and like you can look up like how to do sigils and all of that. I also was like, let me roll my astro dice, pull a success oracle, and do a tarot card. And so I did that, and I was kind of just asking like, is the thing that I'm manifesting like the right move? Am I getting the right vibes for this? And it was very like universally confirmed, and I essentially like, normally I just pull them and I move on with my day, but I kind of like journaled about it. So I wrote down what success oracle I got, what tarot card I got, and what astro dice roll I got, and then also how, like all the key points of them, and then also if I like related to it or not, or if I understood what it was telling me or anything like that. And it was actually a very accurate pull, and I feel very like good about it, so that's fantastic. The time is currently 8:50. I think I am going to crawl into bed. I'm like undecided on if I should watch one more episode of Selling Tampa, but just in bed, and I think I'm kind of leaning that direction, so I think I might do that. It's been so dry, and I've been running like the humidifier in my room, but it's still not really doing much because the inside of my nose is starting to crack and bleed, and that's just not a vibe. So I probably will have to like Sakaris it or Vaseline it tonight, which didn't want to do, but you know, it is what it is what it is. What it is. With that being said, I'm gonna head to bed so we can chit chat tomorrow. Have a great time. Make sure to give the video a big thumbs up, subscribe down below, turn on your post notifications, leave a comment, let me know how you're liking Vlogmas so far. We are almost at the end, which is crazy, and I haven't even missed a day, which I'm very proud of, so shout out to your girl from your girl. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great night. I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 16. Bye!